It's really exciting being able to go again in both events this year.
Let's start with the shot put. How do you think you did in shot? How were you feeling there?
Well, I threw one of my best throws this year. I mean, it's not my absolute best, but one of my farther ones. Not exactly what I was looking for, but I was happy with my overall, what I did today in the shot put.
What about the discus? I got to watch a little bit of the discus, and it looked like some of your best throws were kind of later on. What were you trying to adjust there to kind of dial things in?
Well, I know my first throw is actually my best throw, and so that was our goal going into it today, was just to throw one of my first throws and the first 3 throws just to be able to know that I made finals. And so after that, I was just focusing on getting a farther throw. It didn't happen, but that's what I was working on today.
Yeah. I guess how important is that mentally to kind of get that lead early and then be able to work on a few things after that?
Well, for me, it's really a big thing because I used to start crumbling when I didn't throw good in my first few throws. So that was one thing we really fixed this year, was getting that first throw in early. That we didn't have to worry about it later on in the competition.
Going back to Des Moines, what are the goals when you get up there for the state meet?
Well, my goal is to get top 2 in both events this year. My sophomore year, I got 3rd in the shot put, so getting either 1st or 2nd this year would be my main goal. And then in the discus, I've never placed, so getting top 2 in that is also my goal.
It's pretty exciting. Just been working all season for this, and it's even just the last 4 years been working so hard and had some ups and downs, so it's a pretty good feeling.
You just got done with the 1500 there and got a good push. It looked like that last lap you were kind of able to fight some people off there. What was that race like overall?
I know Brecken is a competitor. She's a very good athlete, and been racing her in cross, and mentally she's really tough, so I know I kind of had to push the pace, and I know she's a good sprinter, and yeah.
Also had a pretty good race to close out the distance med. What was that race like for you?
Well, I know Kaya is also a very good athlete and a very good runner, and so I knew I would get the baton around them. It seemed like everyone kind of loaded up their D-meds, Bishop Heelan and Atlantic as well, so I knew I'd have lots of good competition in there, so just gave it everything I got and had a good outcome.
You'll be busy next week at the Blue Oval in Des Moines. What's the goal when you get up there?
My freshman year I ran the 3K and 15 there and walked away without placing. Wasn't honestly really that close either, so definitely hungry to come back and see if I can bring home some hardware.
It feels amazing, especially after coming off an injury this year and just getting back strong.
You're going in 3 relays. That's something on its own, being able to try to put together 3 relay teams like that were good enough to get to state. Can you talk about the work that those groups have all put in this year to make it to state?
We work so hard. We all have the speed, but we've just worked so hard on handoffs. Handoffs are key for us, and we did amazing with that tonight.
What about the high jump tonight? You were able to get in second place. What was going well for you there?
It was just a meet for PRs tonight for everyone. I don't know, I just told myself not to think about it, and then I just went out there and did my best.
You mentioned tonight of PRs. The Glenwood girls team as a whole is taking a lot of events to Des Moines next week. That's got to be pretty exciting for you guys.
Yes, it's so exciting. I can't wait.
What's the goal next week when you get up to Des Moines?
We want to win it all. We want to get that championship again for us.
Well, before the race, got a lot of nerves, but once you start, those all go out, and I've hit all my steps right this race, and so it turned out great.
Overall, you've had a monster night here tonight. So what have you been feeling all night?
Just got to get through this night, through all the races, and then next week there'll be more spaced out, so we'll have more rest in between.
You got a teammate to go with you there in the 400 hurdles. What'd that feel like when you looked up and saw that he got second behind you?
Yeah, Zane Vance, we've been right there with each other all year, and so for him to come in right behind me feels great to have both of us going.
You get to go to the Blue Oval, and you're gonna be busy there next week. What's the goal when you get up to Des Moines?
Just run my races, and just have fun, really.
Yeah, strategy for that one is I knew that there's just one heat at state, and so just make sure I can kind of get out good, just make sure I get first place, and then there on the back stretches, using my 800 tactic of the last 300 kicking. So obviously in a mile style, but just trying to use that kind of same fundamentals. Just keep working on that strategy.
You mentioned your 800 strategy there a little bit. How did things play out for you in the 800 tonight?
Yeah, in the 800, it was a pretty quick meet tonight, but I just went through at 61, 62-ish, and then made sure I hit 2 flats so that way I could still get into that fast heat. So I had a negative split a little bit, but definitely really good training heading forward into next Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, you had kind of a busy night tonight. How you feeling overall, conditioning-wise, and as you head into next week?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, that D-Med, we just had another 2-second PR. That's awesome. I have credits, you know, Colin, Zane, Gannon. You know, those sprinters are really helping me out. It's been really fun just to get to train with them, get to see everyone else make it, shuttle hurdle and stuff. So just embracing each experience.
What's the goal next week in Des Moines?
Goal next week, I got pretty big ones. You know, just seeing what we can get, especially in that D-Man, that open 8. And, you know, by the time I get to that mile, just trying to hang on, see if I can get a really good PR.